Hello and good morning, Her Empowered Tribe. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a few weeks since I made a video, and there's just so much going on in my life, and I will definitely share that with you in upcoming videos. This weekend was awesome because I got to talk to my brother. He is currently located in Switzerland. He had a baby girl, and his baby girl is 6 months old, and I got to see her on the camera. Well, thank God for technology because there's no way he can fly to see me. They were actually taking a vacation in Egypt, and it sounds like he's doing really awesome, and it's just great to connect with family, just because they are a source of strength, and I'm just grateful to be able to see him and his wife and his little girl, and it's just awesome to be an auntie. I hope you guys are also having some awesome family time as the holidays are approaching, and taking some time to do self-care, to take care of yourself and your mental health as well as the physical health as well, because that's very important too as well. Well, without further ado, we are going to our Book of Awakening for daily reflections. Today's passage is titled, We Are All Made Delicate. We are all made delicate or we perish. Isn't this the cloth our griefs sew? The hard things break, the soft things bend. The stubborn ones batter themselves against all that is immovable. The flexible adapt to what is before them. Of course, we are all hard and soft, stubborn and flexible, and so we all break until we learn to bend, and all are battered until we accept what is before us. This brings to mind the Sumerian tale of Gilgamesh, the stubborn heart king who sought to ask the immortal one the secret of life. He was told that there would be stones on his path to guide him, but in his urgency and pride, Gilgamesh was annoyed to find his path blocked, and so smashed the very stones that would help him. In his blindness of heart, he broke everything he needed to discover his way. With the same confusion, we too break what we need, push away those we love, and isolate ourselves when we need to be held most. There have been many times in my life when I have been too proud to ask for help or too afraid to ask to be held. And in the frenzy of my own isolation, like Gilgamesh, I have smashed the window I was trying to open, have split the bench I was trying to hammer, and have made matters worse by bruising the one I meant to be tender with. The live bough bends, the dead twig snaps. We are humbled to soften from our griefs, or else in brittle time become the next thing grieved. So, how true is this passage? It's about the delicateness of humanity. I think we can all agree that we are prideful to some point, mostly because we are very hard on ourselves. I know I am. I'm very hard on myself. What I expect of others, I expect that of myself 100 times more. And with that comes with pride, because we see ourselves as this person that we made up in our minds. And in our minds, we imagine ourselves to be perfect, right? But the truth is, it's not true. We are not perfect. None of us are. And I can recall many times where my pride gets in the way of truly experiencing my feelings, because feeling emotions is hard. It's hard work because emotions really causes us to break down and be vulnerable, and it's messy, right? I mean, in the simplest terms, emotions are messy, and we don't want anybody to see that of us because we want others to see the best of us. And I know that in my marriage, in my family life, outside of my own immediate home, there are times when I could have asked for help. I could have called, pick up the phone, just like I was mentioning to you earlier about visiting with my brother, and I was sharing with him a lot of different stuff that has been going on in my life, and hard stuff, you know, um, really, really hard stuff. And he's like, you could just pick up the phone and call me anytime. And I know that but I don't want to impose, right? How many times we do not want to impose on others, and we get mad, we get upset, and we like, people don't care about us. They don't even bother to ask how we are. But then we don't also reach out to them and say, hey, I'm struggling and I need help. I need support. I need comfort. I need a listening ear. I need whatever you need. Um, you are not asking for. And so here you are in your mind, just paint this picture of people not wanting to care. And that's true for me. And I think that we all can learn from the prideful times, because it you can be in a very dark place when you feel like you couldn't ask for help. You couldn't seek out others for support because you don't want to impose. But we all are delicate inside. We are not made of steel. We are living human beings that needs tender loving care. However strong, however successful you are, we all need that. It's a human necessity. But how often we neglect ourselves and we numb ourselves, and through the pain we unknowingly hurt others because we feel like we could be the answer to be the solutions to the issues that we are facing. I think humility is, we all want to see ourselves as being humble, or humble human beings um, that we are. And but I think sometimes we neglect to see like little pieces of us that are showing ourselves that we are actually very prideful. And when we are in pain, we hurt others, right? I'm sure you heard of the saying, hurt people hurt others. And is it intentional? I don't believe so. Is it unintentionally? Yes. We do unintentionally hurt others when we decline their help, when we imagine the stories that we made up in our heads about how others perceive us, or how we would be a burden to others, and we don't seek out help. I think right now, with all the craziness that has been going on in the last couple of years with COVID, and with just there is no normalcy that we are used to. Everything's changed in this world. Um, Everybody is taking a deeper look at their life. That's why there's this great resignation going on, because people are putting their life in perspective. But as human beings, we are made to connect, and we are made to be in a community, to feel like we belong and to feel like we're needed. And it is a human need that we are getting less and less of, right? Because in the society right now, we are in an environment where it is very sterile. Like you go to your own home, you're in your own car, you're in your own space, you're with your own family. Everything is just very limited. And it's harder to, especially with the COVID environment, to connect with others, to pick up the phone to connect, or to even connect in person. And with all these changes that is happening, we are all burnt out, including myself. You are, we are, everybody is. Everybody's reevaluating, everybody is adjusting, and we are tired, honestly. Tired of all of that, right? Tired of just going day to day, not knowing what to expect in the future. But at the same time, we cannot continue to live in the mode of fear, because we don't know what to expect, right? Or we are constantly in a fight or flight, because again, our defense mode is up when we don't know what to expect, because there is no normal. And from my own personal experience, I just like to share that it is okay to ask for help. And as much as when we are in our deepest and darkest space, we think that people don't care, nobody loves me. Even as adults, we say that, right? Nobody loves me, nobody really cares. Everybody just want to take advantage of me. But the truth of the matter is, if you reach out, I guarantee you, nobody will turn you away. I guarantee you, nobody will. And they will try their very best in their capacity to help you within what they can. And it is your job to accept, to receive. Especially for women, we are such caregivers. We give and we give and we give, and seldom do we ask for help. And I just do not want anybody to be in the point of burnt out, because when you are at the point of burnt out, your body does its own thing and there is no getting out of there. In fact, it takes you so much more effort to get yourself out of that situation that it really isn't worth it. And it could be because of your pride, it could be because you're refusing to ask for help, or maybe you don't even know you need help. And that's me. I know I was struggling. I know that I was mentally exhausted. Um, but I didn't ask my family for help, because when I say family, not like in my own family, like my brother or my mom, or because I didn't think that they cared to be involved in my problems, and I don't want them to be involved in my problems. But I think people just want to be a part of your life, and I think it will be selfish of us to require them to come up with a solution for our problems. But I think it's fair to accept the love that they are ready to give if you only allow yourself to receive it. This might be a weird video, but I'm just speaking from my life experience. There's just so much suffering in the world right now that we are not taking advantage of the people that we have around us, that are rooting for us, that are ready to support us in whatever we need. In fact, I was very grateful because my brother said, because I'm going through my mental health crisis and have been feeling depressed and all that, and he graciously offered me. He said, I will pay for a plane ticket. I will take care of you. Come to Switzerland and get away from your environment. You need a fresh perspective, and I'm willing to give you the space, and I'm willing to take care of you and give you that space that you need in a different environment, and you don't have to worry about anything else. Just tell me what you need. And a part of me felt really guilty that I didn't tell him all that was going on in my life, and I kind of just dumped it on him all at once, and I didn't allow him the chance to be there for me. And as soon as I told him what I was experiencing, he was more than willing to reach out and to go above and beyond what he needed. Do I need to fly to Switzerland and stay with him and get a new perspective? Yes, I really want to. Am I going to take him up on that offer? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't have the answers for that right now because I'm still digesting that. But the fact is that I see that he cared, and I took that away from him because of pride. Right? I took that ability, that readiness of him to show his love to me by controlling what I tell him, because I was prideful, because I didn't feel like he needed to be a part of my problems. But I just want you to think from the other person's perspective, and that was the learning that I gotten from my situation, is that I by not telling, by not sharing, by not asking, by not being open to receive, I am robbing him of the joy and the care and the love that he has for me, which I could easily have received it if I would just told him right off the bat. But that was a deeper lesson learned there. I never considered that as pride, but really looking at the passage, I think there is some pride involved, right? Because we don't want people to know that we have issues, we have problems. We always want people to look at us like we have it, we got it. But maybe that's not the truth. I think to be the most authentic and to build a strong, lasting foundation of relationship is to share the part of you that is the most vulnerable. And when you are able to share in that deeper level, the bond between two people deepens almost immediately. But that requires an an allowing from your part to share what you are vulnerable, and to allow the other person to care and allow the person to give and allow the person to love and not be in control of that even. So as you are, in your own homes and in your own digesting of this sharing uh, that I just shared with you, maybe take some time to think about what areas are you depriving others of because of your pride, and most importantly, what are you depriving yourself of that you need. I think the older I get, I learned that there's no shame in asking for help, because I've gotten to a point where I need to ask for help and I don't want you to be there, but I think that there's a reason why I got here in the first place. It's because of my refusing to ask for help and my refusing to receive help. It just all came at once to knock on my door and say, hey, there's just so much you can take and you need to do something about it. And I know that you cannot do this by yourself. And that was my learning, is that at some point we are humans. We need connections. We need family. We need love. We need support from the people that is closest and dearest to us. And it is okay. This is the time when we all need to support one another. We need to be willing to give, be ready to love, be ready to give however we can. And sometimes gift doesn't have to be in monetary sense. I gift to others by giving my listening ear, by showing I care, because I think there is joy in giving as there is in receiving. So I'm going to leave you with that thought. This is a longer video, a lot of heartfelt feelings I shared. If you do find value in what I shared, please subscribe to my channel. Please follow me on Instagram for more woman empowerment content. But I hope this start your week strong and help you self-reflect on areas that you could receive help, because who wouldn't want more joy, fulfillment, love, care, belonging in their lives? I do. And I certainly hope that you would want that too for yourself. Well, you have an amazing day, ladies, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye now.